welcome back to Art with Miss Choate. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be collaging scrap pieces of paper, any color you want, and we're going to be making an autumn forest. Now it doesn't have to be autumn, maybe you want to do a summer forest, or you're going to let it be whatever kind of colors you have based on what's in your recycling bin or the colored pieces of paper you have on your table. And we're going to collage those together. Now, if you don't have any scrap pieces of paper or anything in the recycling bin, you can draw this project as well. And we're going to be focusing on layering our trees on top of each other. So we're not just going to have them side by side, they're going to be on top. And remember, things that are further back are smaller, things that are closer are bigger. So this hand here looks bigger because it's closer to the camera, and this hand looks smaller because it's further away from the camera. So we're going to play with that as well in our collage. So let's go get our paper and glue and markers or anything, and let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a background sheet, and I'm going to decide which orientation or which way do I want the sheet to go. Do I want it to be landscape or do I want it to be portrait? For this one, I'm going to do a portrait, and I'm going to use a base layer. You could just decide to glue together a piece of green paper and blue paper, or I like to have a base just in case I'm using some scraps. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my leftover green paper that I have from my pinwheel that I'm not playing with anymore, and I'm going to put it as my grass. Now remember, it's okay if you don't have any colored paper. You can do the same idea but coloring it in. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our blue up in our sky. Now if you have bigger pieces of blue, that would be good. I'm going to have to figure out a way to either cover mine up or go ahead and color it in with a blue marker. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach this up there. And now we can start thinking about our autumn trees. I'm not going to draw these shapes out ahead of time. I am just going to be cutting ovals and circles as where like the leaves of the tree are. You can do as many colors as you like. And I'm trying to utilize my scrap, really like fill up the space. I do not like wasting. So I think I have enough orange, definitely have enough orange. And let's get some red ones in there. We can even make some of these into two. Maybe I want a couple more narrow ones. And we're going to be layering these on top of each other. So I do want some smaller trees, some larger trees. Remember, as things go away from you, they are smaller. When things are closer to you, they're bigger. So we can play with that element. And we can also play with coloring on top of our paper to try to change up the colors. And I'm going to have fun with my colors. I'm not going to have all just orange and red, but that's all the colors of paper I had. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color on top of my colored paper and see what kind of colors I get. I'm getting almost like a blackish purple tree. Let's put pink on one. I like how that one is. We could even layer some green and see what happens. You could test it on a little piece of paper to see what kind of color you're gonna get. But this is nice for autumn. And you could even color it in before you cut. Here we go. Now I think I'm happy with all my colors. And now I can go ahead and I can make my branches. So I'm going to be taking a black marker for all my branches. We're going to go up with our stem up into the tree. And now we are going off. And this is where you can have some fun. How many branches do you want to fill the space up with? And we could even just start throwing some lines in. We don't have to be too careful with this. We can make different line weights, so heavier lines and thinner lines. And our last, well, we have this one. Maybe we have some little blossoms happening on this one. There we go. Now we can start layering our trees. And just like we did on the Picasso face, we can layer it first and then take a second to look at it. Which ones do we want further back? I think I definitely want these two little guys pretty far back. And then this red one up here, maybe we want to play with them overlapping each other. So I think I like that arrangement. And then I could go in and I could fill that in with blue. I can fill that in, or I could have even more trees. Now the last thing I want to do is I want to fill in those white areas with some blue, maybe some clouds. And we could even go in and add more to our trees if we would like. Or you could even leave the white areas white. That's up to you as the artist. There we go. So here is my finished tree landscape. So I hope you had fun making your collage autumn forest, and hopefully yours is even more creative than mine. Maybe you have more colors, maybe you colored it in more with your markers. I want to see what you guys did. So do remember, if you can find me on social media at Choate Studio, go ahead, post them, tag me. I want to see what you make, and drop a comment below. What do you want to see in the future? Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. All right, I hope to see you next time with Art with Miss Choate. Bye.